Hi, Paul Hefty here with the Triangle O football system. I want to introduce our RPO route concepts. We'll look at the specific receiver routes and some techniques. We'll cover each of the core RPOs, split zone, inside gap, and outside gap. Keynote here, we do this with our receiver stance with the inside foot back for their starts. The reason we do this, we feel it just allows them to look easier into the ball, into the quarterback as we communicate. If you do a traditional outside foot back stance, just subtract one step, because most of these quick routes, instead of using yardage markers, we use steps. All right, the first one is split zone. We do what's called a Penn State bubble route concept. Note these are pre-snap RPOs. If we have free access, meaning leverage with the A receiver for the bubble, or free access with the X with the corner off and the Sam in the box, then we're going to throw these. What makes this a Penn State bubble is the Z and the A run the bubble, and they're always locked into those routes regardless of 2x2 or 3x1. That's the simplicity we like of this. And the X then is always running an out-go. What he's going to do is, if the corner is more than 5 yards off as he releases, he'll run a 5-step speed out. If the corner is less than 5 as he takes off, then he's going to plan on his third step hard and run a go route. Next one then is our inside gap RPOs, and we'll go through the different plays here. We use what's called a pop route concept, and these are post-snap RPOs. We're going to be reading the Sam backer here. So with this, again, the Z and the A are locked into the same routes regardless of 2x2 or 3x1. The A is going to run a bender read. After 4 steps, he will basically go where the safety is not. So if the safety is in the middle, as the diagram shows, he'll stay right up the hash running a seam. If there is no safety in the middle of the field, then in this 4th step, he will bend to the middle and get inside and replace that open space. The Z then, this makes this a 2-level route, is going to, on 4 steps, run a flat slant. We call this a looky route, and then come underneath and replace the bender. On the other side, the X receiver always runs now a glance route. This is a 6-step, and it's a skinny slant so that we can get to the 2nd and 3rd levels. Key that that receiver does not get inside the hash no matter what, just gets inside that corner over top of him. Here it is out of the 3x1. Again, doesn't matter. The A and Z are locked into the bender read and the looky route, and the X has the glance. The H on power is always part of the blocking scheme, trying to dig out that play side defensive end as we read the Sam backer. When we go to counter Trey, again, still pop route concept. A and Z locked into bender read, looky route, and X with the glance. Now the H is going to go and lead through the hole on a counter action. Still reading the Sam backer. The last inside gap example is what we call a backdoor power. When we don't say anything, we assume we're running plays at the H. But when we go away from the H, then we're going to call that a backdoor power scheme. What happens there is then it gives us the ability to have the H now release into the route scheme. So we'll just add that to the pop routes concept, and we call this a peak. The A and the Z still run their bender read and looky, and the X runs a glance, same as the pop. But now the H runs a hot bender read there also, typically replacing the will backer, because now when we go backdoor, the will becomes the read key. All right, finally then, we have our outside gap RPO concept, which consists of a pin and pull sweep and or our outside zone, what we call stretch. We use a Mickey route concept. The post-snap read is now the Mike backer, hence the Mickey call. What we're going to get here, you'll see to the left, the X receiver, the play side receiver is going to go block the #1 defender. And then we have the Mickey concept on the backside. The A runs a hot over route trying to replace the Mike or the will that fills. finding open grass, and the Z runs our glance route. The quarterback is going to go ahead and read the Mike backer filling hard to the play side. If he does that, then he's going to look for the A, finding that open grass. If that's covered, then he's going to look for the Z and the skinny glance route. You can see here now we've got some simple and sound and consistent route concepts with overlapping routes being used. And the nice thing is the receivers are locked into these routes rules regardless of 2x2 or 3x1. Thanks.